Hello, everybody. You'll notice in activity 4.2, starting with number 11, I don't think it happens any earlier than that, the activity references an online p-value calculator. And I want to show you how to access that. Okay, there's a couple of different ways. First of all, I want to draw your attention to, if we go, here we are on our home page, if we go to the chapter 4 page, because that's what we're working on right now, and scroll down past my lectures, which you should have all watched by now, and notice there's the textbook resources page. You'll find a link like this on every single chapter page. When we click on that, it takes you to a page that the textbook author has put together. And right at the top, we see chapter 4. If we scroll up, we see 1, 2, and 3. But number 4, I would click on that, and there's a whole lot of helpful videos. So here's some videos over the main points of the chapter readings, how to calculate confidence intervals. I'll come back to the Google Sheet because that's why we're here. But then there's some wonderful videos on how to answer certain questions, like right here, videos showing how to do questions 11 through 20 of activity 4.2. And that's what we're working on now. And here's a video for 4.3 and so on. So lots of good resources on the chapter that may help you on what is admittedly a lot of complicated stuff coming at you. But I want to draw your attention here to the Google Sheet for Z and T distributions. If you open that up, it'll open up a Google Doc or a Google Sheet that will do the calculations we're looking for. But I want to show you another area that I have that on. Once again, that's following the textbook resources link on the chapter page. But because we'll be using this spreadsheet in the future multiple times, I've put a shortcut to it right here on the main page. Google Sheet for Z and T distributions, an online calculator to find p-values and critical values. Go to File and select Make a Copy to use. I'll show you what that means. But I'm going to click on it now. And notice it opens up a new tab with this little calculator built in. And it won't work. If I click in these cells, I can't type anything because like it says right here, make a copy of this file to use the calculators. In order to make a copy, you have to have a Google account and be signed in, and I'm signed in under my Google name. So I can. If you have a Gmail account or a YouTube account, that's it. Otherwise, you can create a Gmail account or a Google account for free. But anyway, then you go to File, Make a Copy, and when I select Make a Copy, it says, what do you want to name it? Click Make a Copy, and it opens that file up in a brand new drive or a new tab, and now I can use that file. Use the figures. So if I had a Z, if I was doing a Z calculation and I didn't have my textbook handy, I could just type in, I got a Z of 2.15, hit tab, and it says, the body proportion is 0.98 and the tail proportion is 0.015777. And if you looked up 2.15 in Appendix A, you would see exactly those numbers. All right, so shortcut to that around having to use the textbook. But for numbers 11 and 16, it wants you to calculate or find the tail proportion of whatever the value is. So for that, we use this yellow set of boxes. So your obtained T, I don't remember what the T is. I didn't work out the problem in front of me, but let's just say it was 1.63. And I think that problem, number 11, had an N of 105, and the degrees of freedom is N minus 1. So I'm going to enter 104. And now when I hit enter, we see the tail proportion, the percent of scores that are 1.63 standard errors and above or below, whatever it is. If it's a negative, then we would have put a negative 1.63, negative 1.63, and there's our tail proportion. So 0.0530 or 5.3%. If I just move that decimal place over 2 places, that turns it into a percentage. So that's how you get the answer for number 11 and number 16, how to find the exact probability of finding a t-score that big or bigger. All right, once again, click on the Google Sheet. When you get here, you have to make a copy. You can also just download the file. If you have Microsoft Excel installed on your computer, then download it as an Excel file and it'll work fine even if you don't have a Gmail or Google account. But that's how you get those p-values. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions.